I sit before you, scorched by the sun, to inform you that the Timberwolves have yet again been scorched by the Suns. Haven't been a lot of really ugly games out of the Wolves that leave you just kind of pissed off through the duration of watching the game, but two of them have occurred against these Phoenix Suns in Phoenix. One in November, really early on in the year. It was a back-to-back that kind of seemed like we were given that loss with the schedule. And then this one, where I had a little bit higher hopes. Still no Karl Anthony Towns in this one. Still in Phoenix. Phoenix has been rolling and putting together some wins. Finally figuring things out while being healthy. But that one was still hard to watch. 15-0 lead for the Suns to start this game. Continuing the trend of our horrendous first quarters. We have the worst first quarter offense in the last 14 games that we've played in the NBA. And we are 26th, I believe, in net rating over that stretch, at least coming into tonight. And it only got worse after this first quarter. And the scoring never came in that one. The jump shots were off. The turnovers were frequent, which is a common thread with the games in which this team really struggles and ends up losing, is that we don't take care of the ball. We get punished heavily for those. We would have 19 turnovers. The Suns had 18, but we had twice the points on our turnovers that we capitalized on the Suns. Yeah, we got punished more than we punished them. Jeez, I did a horrendous job explaining that. But they get more points from turnovers than we do. That's the general trend with this team, and that's what happens when we're really getting hurt. And this one, it was just kind of inexplicable stuff. Like, we're missing dunks, we're just not catching the ball and it falling out of bounds, dribbling the ball off our feet, like all types of unforced turnovers as well, where it's not your night. And the jump shots aren't hitting, like Naz Reid, Anthony Edwards, their jumpers aren't hitting. Ant's jumper's been missing for a while here. His good night in the last game was going 5 of 12 from threes and missing some middies, and that was his good night after missing 22 straight threes. So he's been really off with the jumpers, and the misses were significant and bad in this one, just really not close to going in. I have faith that's going to stabilize still, but it has been a stark difference and pretty ugly because the Suns were just really packing the paint, especially when Kyle Anderson was out there. They were just not treating him as a threat whatsoever and over-helping a ton. And the Wolves were in a really funky stretch where they kind of oscillated between being overly selfish and overly unselfish. At times, they're deferring passes, overpassing the ball, not taking the open look, and at other times where it's less open, people are just kind of forcing some tough layups and shots that just were not going down. And this was just an ugly one all the way through. Even when we kind of hunkered down defensively in the second half and were forcing turnovers, we still just couldn't score or do anything. And yeah, that was hideous start to finish. But, we're still in the 1 seed. These games have been very rare. It's okay to have some off nights, and we've been fortunate to have as few as we have. Kind of stings that it's been Phoenix twice in the 2 times we've played them, but we've got one more opportunity in our last game of the regular season against the Suns to redeem that. Could be an important game. They're in the 6th seed right now. We're in the 1 seed. Could be a potential playoff matchup too. I don't feel like we should match up so poorly against them, but we have put together 0 stretches of good basketball against the Suns this season. So you can't feel as confident, especially when they've got Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, who is a Timberwolves killer historically, and Grayson Allen has just been lighting it up for them, led in scoring tonight too. That game sucks. Going to try to wipe it from my memory unless things pop up again for the final game of the season. But we're on to the next one. Another late game on Sunday night versus the Lakers, who are also rolling. So tough stretch coming up here. Then the game after that is going to be the Nuggets, I think. Or maybe there's... Wizards and Nuggets. But yeah, we'll get to it. Peace out.